combinations with Gecko. We've also seen them run a
EDG
similar
on
spot
defense,
from the
PRX
Skybox.
on
These guys
attack,
kind
and
of
so yeah,
gone
Reyna,
downhill a little bit, so they've gone with
Arbor
the Fade
combo,
instead, but these are all agents
and
that they've run
then
on this map
solo
before. It's just this
Brimmy.
combination
So in
that
theory,
is a little
PRX
bit
can play a
different.
little bit slow and bait out all the
Something
smokes, but
on this map on Reyna.
that's not really their
It
style.
doesn't matter the map.
Knife
I'll be
goes
honest, he's always
in late,
terrifying.
hits 3. That's
Something
good
is just,
info.
an element of
They
his
can
own.
keep the
I think
3-person stack
Reyna
with that.
in general, my least favorite agent, but there's certain players that can make me enjoy watching her. Life was one,
And that's nice. They split off half the site. Split off half the site, and then now what? Do they take deep spawn, or do they...
But it looks like they want to take some control of their own.
Oh my god, this is so weird.
In towards elbow. Players caught them though. The rear rotate through the spawn.
Oh dude, and that's a big kill. Gets the heal on this one. The Seiken has to kill one. Might have done enough.
Left it. Still back down to a 3v3. Already another kill coming through.
Yeah,
PRX.
the double
That
duelists are
WT
just an
hasn't been
absolute
let go
unit
for
with
the
their
majority
spacing
of
on
this
that.
round, and now with an advantage device still left behind. I don't even think they know that he's here, and with the smoke fading.
Yeah,
it's
nicely
an
handled. Really nice
impossible
pistol from them.
crossfire
In
to
terms
come
of the
back from.
pistols, we're at 1-2.
Chaos
Obviously
in
1-0
the
on this
pistol
map.
round, but of course, that's where PRX live.
This is cool though. They split it all off. Everyone except from Hookah, we had the smoke over towards here, and then they just had site control, but Heavy went over towards Elbow. And yeah, it all came down to this duel, in my opinion, from Forsaken.
Looks like from EDG's perspective, you just do not know what the next step from PRX's dance is going to be. 1-0. This attacking side has found their legs. Now
this is starting to become like more of a common strat, right? Where you kind of either double smoke off this and send it through.
And they'll try to find value by taking that orb early on B.
It came a little bit into meta just because teams Heavy fight over towards long.
He's just going through it, isn't it? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course, bro. You gotta trade that. Bro got slowed by the wall though.
Something to take a risk. Of course, he was only with a pistol in this round.
Ooh. Oh boy, this is not looking not looking too convincing.
Desperately low on health. Can he find anything more? Yes, he can. He's already got a second.
Oh my, that was so close. Okay, doesn't get the plant, does get the upgrade though, but yeah, that's really good damage. Now what do? Do they buy? Do they buy or do they accept the eco? A Mind Freak Sport, but Munyat's ecoed.
Certainly have some fight left in them, and the best part about
we have a Brimble,
and
we have a Harbor.
Because of that, Jinshu now has an orbital strike to play with. This could be big for this squad. And I think for PRX, they've got to be kicking themselves. Sure, the initial fight, something goes ahead of the smoke, gets caught off guard.
Dude, give him some more bullets there.
It's whatever. Yeah, ideally you'd have another player beside, whatever. We can look past it. But everything from that point forward was a domino that never should
And we're straight into this one.
Luckily for them,
4 people with light armor, and we have a Reyna Outlaw.
Something is.
There's 4 people that can get one shot. We got a scatter nade to break the util. Yeah, and that's one of the 4. And the nade broke. Did the nade break both, or did? I mean, he died. I don't even think the nade needed to do any action. Arbor goes in to secure it. We now get the Bucky set up. They got Brimble though, so this guy's probably going to get Brimbled, which means he has to run forward, and he's going to, you would imagine, die.
Where EDG can't really afford to swing an angle out in the open. There's not much of a choice. Looks like Orbital Strike being online early is going to be used to try and give them an advantage.
Oh man, he has a smoke. This is such a sick smoke for him to chill in. Dude, they're so far ahead of them in terms of the planning. Can he get out of there? Does he need to? Ah, it's a beast, man. They knew the ult was going to come in over towards Lamps, and they give him a little smoke because they knew, because even I was talking about it, the fact that he has to go forward, they give him an extra smoke to hide in. It was perfect, bro. Yeah, massive shout out to Mind Freak there. That was sick, being a step ahead. Also love the strat, to be honest. This hit over towards here with the scatter nade, and EDG just was not expecting the Outlaw to come out.
Strong for you within your region, strong for you historically, EDG, but you've just been owned immediately by an Outlaw, a Bucky, and a Classic. Like, you can't really feel good about a round like that.
It's so ridiculous. As long as a teammate's done damage or they're on half shields, this guy's able to one-shot you and immediately get out of there. I mean, you're already moving quick with an Outlaw. It's already buffed, but he's just doubling down on it.
Also, the good news for PRX was
EDG managed to
they look
upset
pretty
them
prepped
down
into
to
this,
just one player left
right? Just
with
that
all
round
love
itself,
left.
first big buy round. They
He's got
damn,
through.
look. I mean, they look kind of
That's perfect,
prepped.
like a scene out of
Like
Ocean's 12.
even just the nades to scatter and just break all of the util there. That was nice from them. This guy's got to get spammed though, right? You would think that the boombot should have given them the info. There's some low HPs. This one still isn't fully done. Okay, this one's fully done. how has he managed to get 3? How many upgrades do they get? 1, 2. We've got another one. Dinger. Damn, bro.
There's a MasterCard Thrifty.
These guys are all right with weak weapons.
That was outrageous. But dude, he's 20 HP from the boombot, right? So that one's okay. Then there's no spam with the boombot. And then he's just chilling here. Oh man.
This is the first shot. Immediately correct. This is disgusting. It's disgusting.
I can't believe
it's
it.
filthy. You can't do that. Like.
And that's a good way back into it as well. The fact that 4 of them got big upgrades, right? 4 of them got big upgrades, so their money's really, really good. They get rid of the outlaw, so let's say 3 upgrades.
Forget that happened and just move on with my life. Both teams now do have a buy. Munya going to be taking the space. This time he is caught, but not really.
He's just tanking it though. He's using the nade to break the util, and then there's no one to actually get that kill. They go for an early plant. They tap the plant, but then they go further. This was kind of... Oh, this was a nice strat, bro.
It was. He was going all the way through. He's being caught, but mine.
I really like this strat from them.
This is a big kill. They've got an
I'll explain it in a little bit, but it was sick. Man. Do they win this? This is sick rounds. Sick rounds.
But at least it's down to Chichu. Low HP on Mind Freak and Forsaken, but the post plant is the real danger.
So they have smokes deep, right? So they do smokes deep like they want to take map control. And basically how EDG are playing is it's similar to what we call like PRX, right? Normally where you're kind of just playing over towards showers, but then you're fighting to stop the plant. And that's how EDG were playing, just not with the normal smoke. But they ended up, yeah, I think maybe they're talking about now. They walled off over towards showers. They tapped the plant, but then they kind of went further and took map control as they're maybe starting to get util out, or they're wanting to try and spam. It's a very nice way of dealing with the defensive. First of all, the DRX style of play in terms of heavy showers, but also once the brim smoke comes down, it's a pretty cool protocol to do when the defensive brim smoke comes down. I think more teams could adopt it. Teams kind of do that to an extent, but this was like one of the cleanest executions of it because of the harbor.
The chaos unfolding in front of us. For EDG, well, let's hope they've got an idea of the tweaks that need to be made here. It's only 4-1, but we saw PRX run away with it in the first half of last map, and despite EDG having a big resurgence, they were never really able to find their feet. This has to be a different story for them.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's not only the fact that you have to try and quell what has been some of the paciest rounds you've ever seen. You almost have to utility dump instantly, otherwise you're going to lose.
Homsar, thank you so much. It's your birthday today as well? Happy birthday, bro. Dude, it's everyone's birthday today. Popular day. Happy birthday, Homsar. Appreciate the 14 months.
And those guys are just having fun.
You know, it's something you said earlier on, Tom. The fact is, you know, EDG, you lose this, you go, okay, well,
this is a hard round for EDG as well. So they decide to eco on this one. We are getting this orb, which means they kind of at least want to have the option of using it into this round. I'm not saying they're 100% going to use it. And the good news for PRX is, like, they're pretty close to a lot of ults as well. Are we going to see the pistol strat? Oh, different variation of it. Bro, look at the assists on this. Wait, what? That's so funny. Bro, I've never seen that. That was insane. Point blank with the 4 pass and assist. It was. Did he get like teammates assists? Man, I'm so confused. I've never seen that. I would have to watch that again and work out what on earth just went on in terms of the assist on that.
It's all going to be on to whether or not Mind Freak is looking at the
whoa, guys.
To win their battles. It's now left on to just divide, but one player is
yeah, that's
low, and he's already
good reposition. Good reposition. Oh, oi, he's aware of that one. Knows that he had to at least push in front of the molly, or he's gone back, so he could either be here or here. Very nicely done. Good recovery on this one. What the hell went on? How did something go down? That's like my only real question. I would have to watch that one again.
I mean, the other thing for PRX as
I was
well,
too busy
you've got some
freaking out with this.
weakness, really. It's just Munyet after going down so early in the last
Double
one.
brim.
But the reality
Double
is,
brim
he should be in a
assist.
pretty decent position, still rocking a. Well, actually, I saw a Judge bot up earlier. I think he's gonna go for a.
He got shot from heaven when he went out.
But the weaknesses aren't too massive. It's more so the ult economy. Smoggy's got a showstopper,
Yeah.
and nobody has a Hunter's Fury to play with. Big ultimates for that defensive side. Big safety nets to fall into.
And they didn't have to use the ult into it. Dude, EDG are just winning all the low buy rounds.
That attack, we've already seen the Outlaw. Now you get
All
the big
goes
brother.
in for PRX. They create the question like they might have walked over towards short, but EDG have a trip to kind of give them information if someone has. Oh, not too bad. Where on earth are we at in terms of the money?
True, for most people.
Wait, this is a... Should have hyped this round up more. Okay, chat. This is a big round. It is a really big round in terms of where this actual half's going. It's going to be the difference between a close half or a pretty one-sided half. And we have 4 ults and 2 people that are away from 1 ult.
EDG really needing to string a couple of rounds together. It's been
4 people here with a kill trip.
and a problematic round, and Munyet no trouble finding that opener.
Honestly, Munyet's done great on this one. Do they decide to just cancel this fully? I think they should. Trying to get a kill through...
How far forward they've gotten. The
Wall.
high tide is
They're
cleared
just going to
so
walk
much space.
back out.
They also have the cove, but now that utility fades, they don't have much to play with at all. In fact, I don't think they have any smokes left.
Yeah, they got no smokes. They just got to duel this one.
Doesn't look like EDG are buying it. Orbital strike. Smoggy's in the open.
Smoggy. Oi, that's a lineup and a half. Look at the HPs. Look at the HP still. Do they have any idea about the guy over towards here with the spike as well? They can't win this round, right? The spike's down. Uh-oh. I mean, he's gonna... They have time to plant. Oh, that's it. It's done. Oh my goodness. That was huge from him. Was that the kill trip that had been here the whole time? Was that what that was?
I don't think he's winning it, but he avoided it altogether. Beautiful play.
I'll be honest, I was scared when he let the spike go. When he let it go, I was like, that's a risk.
I think it's the kill trip that had been here the whole time, right? Because it's over here.
In the safest spot possible and just hits a
He
crazy
jumps
wall.
out.
This is just a fear factor, though. Just what
Recon? Tag?
something can do, even
That's
in
not
the
a trip, right? I didn't
awkward
see it.
fights possible. Again, though, the rounds the EDG have won is off the back of pistols and
It was a
2
recon?
1v1
Oh, okay.
clutches
Nicely done.
out of
Holy,
that
man.
on your screen.
And that, like we said, big round. Big round in terms of the
Looks like a really close score line.
in terms of the econ. We
Well,
saved
they've
the
been
hero
hanging on that
op.
cliff's edge
We're creating. This makes a lot of sense. They now
at the start of this.
something's been going over towards showers the whole time, so they now create a lot of pressure over towards showers, and he wall contacts up towards
They
short.
also know
But they see it now, and they know that they don't have to face into that. And Munyet maybe forced this a bit too much, considering that something had an op.
Out in the open, giving free kills away, and that op. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to save it through to the next. He'll have to create his own opportunities.
Back towards that B side they go. Corner held, so
Yeah, and water play, this is a little bit bold against the eco, but in terms of the risk-reward, it's very high. Recon goes over towards long as well, but now something has pretty good timing.
There'd have to be some pretty big errors over on the other side. You can see the passive angles that are being held. The knife even going to give them.
Oh man, didn't shoot the knife. I'm surprised Chi-Chu doesn't ult yet, but he's just biding his time. He's going to do it once they jump out and he gets the sound cue. Yeah, there's the sound cue in terms of them dueling. That's another kill. Uh-oh. Do they want to pick up the op? Yes, they do. Can get it, or does Smoggy get it? Smoggy gets it.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I think the orbital strike here saves them so
Yeah, and I
much
think this is a
trouble.
good time for a
EDG
timeout.
got
So this is
something
looking
going
a
out,
little
but
bit
he's
messy.
Essentially alone when he emerges from long. These players can't come to meet him. Devi was low after a spam, very quickly taken down. Can hitting some shots. That could be the confidence builder as well. Yeah, he had a really rough first map. One of the tougher maps for him. And even here, it wasn't off to a flying start.
Yeah, they got to create a little bit more pressure. This one was, I mean, honestly, Smoggy was the reason that they had it stacked so heavy, right? Smoggy gets the kill over towards Showers and then insta-clears the info. So they realize that they can just heavy stack over towards B. That was the big thing that kind of changed this one up. I know they only had an op, but actually could have been a little bit closer.
Maybe it's just for the early peak. Might be just going for something a little bit more aggressive in this round and obviously having that extra movement to try and get out of there. On the other side, though, we are seeing that Reckoning. Now, this was one of the major issues in some of the early rounds, is that Reckoning for Forsaken. It just is filthy. It gives all the information and causes chaos.
Makes sense as well for Concon not to be running that operator.
Just get a buy into this one. Money starting to get good for EDG though. This round that we were talking about in terms of being an important one has really paid off.
And they're ready for that blitz out. PRX ran into a stack because of him. So if he goes down early, just trying to get an op pick, you lose so much in the late round. If Smoggy goes down, well, it's all right. You're not losing any massively important utility. And that's if he goes down. Some control over bathroom and B long. The extremities of the map belong to EDG.
Smoggy's not going to push all the way out, is he? Oh boy.
Side, which was another element of why the rotates didn't come through, because there's always this utility there from Haodong.
Still going. They're all the way outside of Showers, and
yeah, and that is a massive kill. He did at least get his smokes down, but
fighting within the cages, within the Reckoning. And he'll lose his life for it.
Maybe went a little bit too far, but they can't really plant on this one. You would imagine they take the TP at one point. They have a no cove. Oh man, they should really be taking TP.
They're gonna go pushing. Something trying to do everything on his own, and now with them pretty much boxed in, I don't know.
God, you gotta take TP here. You gotta take the TP. Consider it at the very least. Kill the Cypher.
Backing up by an op, but they've made the right call. Instead, hightailing it to the other side of the map where they could be able to get a plant down. It's the post plant that's worrying. The advantage here goes to EDG.
Yeah, and they're very convinced that one should be here, because honestly, one should be here. Nice shock. 2v4. KO if they want to, but not really well.
Scratcher with the operator. But he's holding down that control. I guess we'll be going in to take control of Hookah.
It's the doubt as well. Like, he's not necessarily moving too quickly. It's just the doubt in his opponent's mind. They have to face
yeah, and the timing of Smoggy here is lovely. 15 HP. Yeah, I was going to say, that's way too much. Nicely done from EDG on this one as well. Looking good. I like the extra aggression over towards Showers at the moment. They are... I mean, Smoggy has been very impactful. Whether it's kills, whether it's info, like just his aggression at the moment. Gotta feel like PRX needs to take back Showers control early.
Nobody right now has one kill. He had so many high impact plays on the previous map, but they're still able to put these rounds on the board. And I think Haodong's setup, really, there hasn't been a solution from the side of PRX. A couple times they've been able to send Monyet in, and he's able to make it ahead of these traps, just barely dodging them. I can almost hear the Alamont playing in the background, but now they're starting to get caught because these traps are moving. They're in different positions each time, and that setup just isn't one that you can go blitz
early smoke, knife goes in, hits 2. Need to break the util. We've changed up our trips, but it does at least catch one. With the early info over towards B, they've been doing this a lot over towards the sides. Means they can get 3 people over towards A just in time, and yeah, that's the trip change up. Yeah, Haodong going for the play where we got 3 earlier. Still hard for them to plant, but they're going for the same thing where they don't have Showers control and they wall this one off. Do we have a cove to plant? No. And they might have to TP again.
Not leering onto them. No smokes for Mind Freak as he's down and out, and Divide does well to at least find one, but that player is resable. And well, that could pull Divide.
Yeah, very nicely done. They're looking very convincing over towards A.
And he's even detected. Got ahead of the op at least. So damage will be done. But there's still 3 more players waiting for him. Spike in Forsaken's possession at least.
Bro, they got to take Showers control. They've actually been wrecked like 3 rounds in a row from not having heavy Showers control. They got to change it up.
It's gonna get a free duel though. It's starting to get a little bit messy.
They've either got to do that, or they actually need to like commit to what they did earlier, where they actually took deep control of this.
Nobody on the flank.
Like, it has to be either they take Shower's control or they do the thing where they tap the spike and then go deep over towards site. Because right now they're doing like a middle ground. And you're going to get wrecked.
EDG extending that lead even further.
It's 5 in a row. The timeline looking convincing.
Get away with no dive on this map? Nah, not really.
This comp gives them so much to fall back on.
You can't hit B.
Out of Con. You can see why you want him alive late into the round. Even as he gets res back up, immediately lobs out the knife and finds exactly where that final player is, nullifying any potential for Forsaken to catch them off guard. With 6-4 on the scoreline, that's when PRX might even have called a pause coming into this round, but they haven't. And there's a lot of weaknesses for them.
Yeah, and the recon's gonna scan no one. But it might actually work alright. Lovely shot. He's been great so far. He's been everywhere as well. That is an absolute shot. Oh, that is an absolute shot as well. And another. Okay, goes down, but he gets his flash out to actually enable one to get over towards elbow. Do they have any idea? They are watching it. One takes the TP, and this is a really weird 3-on-3. Man, the shots.
Potentially into the A side. Only one defender, and a second slowly being pulled in.
2 smokes for Mind Freak. Could lob one on A to cause problems. You can see there's one in play, but now the second comes down and it's buying space.
Bro, you're crazy. Get your gun out.
The distance, Stinger in hand. This is a perfect fight for him to take. But he goes in.
That at least gives them info, so now they can get out of towards the site. And he was low HP. It's kind of worth.
Space that they now need. The advantage sits with EDG. Little tag onto Mind Freak. It's okay. Smoke down as he repositions.
Yeah, I felt like he had to, and now they want to try and get a kill with this. They're going to give an opportunity to get one.
Can amp back up to fight through. They're inside the cage. The flash.
What a flash. Oh my god, what a flash over the top.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, retake flash was so nice.
Where you see the benefit of having Con online. Yeah. That flash was clinical.
Yeah, his utility's been fantastic. Again, showing depth to what is a player we know can run around and outgun pretty much anyone within the scene. But
we go. What is this?
He's been in the setup. This is just...
Oh my god.
It's just so absurd. And then a second one,
so fast.
It just shouldn't be allowed. They must be happy they killed him through the smoke, because otherwise I think something might have just aced.
Ken's getting palmed because of a sick flash from him.
To headshot someone with his sheriff. Double blast packed up in the air.
Last chance for PRX to try and get 5. Get the op out, and the op this time, man, the op is everywhere, right? Been over towards here, now we're over towards short A. Orb getting taken from Chichu, that gives him Brim ult. And they did want to try and stop this, but the smoke came down early. And they are... Ooh. Uh-oh. Something is in the best off angle for this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, and they get a free... They get a free Brim ult out of them. But, I mean, that is nice. I think they kind of messed up a little bit. It felt like they're on a different page here. They needed to take the win of the Brim ult being used. But actually, they exec heavy from long with the other two. Lovely trades. Aldong walks out. Oh, boy. Might have owned it.
Managed to dodge it. He's always been a snake in the grass. He gets the timing perfectly online. The tags on both sides. It goes to the
nicely done. This was a very sick half from EDG. PRX messed up a little bit on this one though. They were like, when this ult came in, they wanted to like hit site, and they needed to just take the win and just freeze. That was a very nice. I mean, look at this.
Haodong has been impressive, sneaking his
There's only like really 2 buy rounds that they won.
It's time for us to toss it over to the analyst desk to see what they make of EDG's chances.
I mean, EDG's chances looking pretty solid so far if they keep playing like that, Kakuka.
Yeah, exactly. I think that there's been so many like turnarounds. We were seeing how they were interpreting the map, how they have all these ways of acquiring that information, but they were committing the same mistake that they were making in the previous map, and it's leaving PRX with a lot of space. Then they will take it, they will use it against you, and that is the reason why they were getting on those rounds. But Haodong, as we were saying, and as Mitch was highlighting, he was key to the turnaround. Not only because
Smoggy,
of the
yeah, Smoggy's
won,
been on
it's
roll.
actually being it at the exact right moment.
They've explained why Smoggy and Can changed so much. No, I don't really know why. I mean, they might have done an interview about it, but not entirely sure.
In the first half, basically the first half of the first half, and he was just an absolute monster. I mean, an absolute difference maker.
They're actually both looking really good in their roles, though. If we just look at this map,
in terms of their macro ideas, they started to push up the aggressive op into angles, out through showers, out through belong at the same time. Howdong was
weird to have a tourney that's a normal sleeping schedule. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while.
And they set themselves up now with an 8-4. I mean, after losing a pistol round, it's almost unheard of. This is a dominant half by EDG. They're gonna be going into the next now, almost setting themselves up for that map 3.
Yeah, exactly. And on the other side, we saw a PRX that started up super well, very aggressive. You know, a lot of good utility. You know, the shotguns, everything was going
doing
a little bit.
Doing the things that we know them to do.
Exactly, the things that PRX like. But I didn't see the effect that probably the Reyna was intended to have. So I need to see what they intend to do with the defense. Are they going to be extra aggressive? Are they going to put a lot of pressure onto EDG? And if that happens, what is going to be EDG's response? I think that, again, we look at Howdong on the Cypher. If those pushes are going to come in, of course, we need to keep a close eye on our flanks.
Yeah, and
it's 2:30 AM for you.
Yeah,
we had that. We had that recently. I mean, Tokyo.
I feel like you have to at this point. Otherwise, you're kidding yourself here. We'll see what PRX can pull
the Chinese tournament will be good, right? Apart from who gets wrecked there, Americas.
GB wants to see
I guess Americas get wrecked for the
That's what he said, Tom.
for Shanghai.
We expecting to see that face after such a devastating first half.
Yes.
Pacific and the EMEA, kind of loving that one. Okay, in terms of this one, right, it's 1-0 for Pistols, 2-1 altogether in terms of 2 here. They only got 4 in a pistol, by the way. There's been a bit of a slaughter.
The last map might just run true again, being patient to try and garner extra space. There is a nade available for Munyet to slow them down, but once more, it's not just going to be the immediate run-through. Almost a complete opposite to what
it might be hard for EDG still, though. No Viper, so they can never create heavy pressure over towards A.
Patient, perhaps knowing that if you leave that
the timing on this is pretty good from PRX. They get full info. There is a trip here early, though. And it's like, what do they want to do?
That's something them to work on.
Munyet doesn't have a...
And the trap is destroyed. Here comes a quick triple blitz on the back as the players desperately hold on to control over the site.
Yeah, nicely done. Divide taking the hit for his team, and they just go super fast on this one. Forsaken holds strong. One more? Yeah, nicely done. Really nice pistol on this one. The timing of this was great in terms of the push over towards here. And that is a double pistol, by the way. That is 2-0 on this map in terms of pistol. 3-1 altogether.
They lost the pistol to start with. They lost the third round to follow up. And now they lost another pistol. For most teams, that's a death sentence. Yet here they are with a 3-round lead.
Yeah. I think
and this actually has a lot of legs to be close, because I'm telling you, EDG's comp without the Viper, like, it's hard for them to get up A short or create enough pressure on A. Like, basically, because they have no Viper and you can never do the walk presence over towards here, PRX should normally always have 3 on the right side, even with the single initiator.
Well, that pretty much puts a pin in that one. He still has another bullet. That was a collat to start us off. A little bit of a longer reload now that he's fired both shots, but he's right back into the fight just in time.
Yeah, and he's absolutely farming. And Devi wants some now as well, and I think that is the right move, especially as Forsaken now has his ult already. Might as well let someone else farm. Yeah, and Munyet wants some as well, with a judge. What's he doing? You got a judge. Okay, real clean. Any damage? 1 bullet? I mean, he's not going to rebuy armor on this one. It's very good. Very good. Antico.
Which kind of makes you think maybe he hasn't done that much else for the rest.
Forsaken, man, he has like the most outlaw kills for sure.
But keeping these rounds nice and clean, and again, it's a flawless round to put PRX in a pretty decent spot.
They don't know about the judge, that's true. That is true, they actually don't know about the judge. Oh, double judge now, they buy an extra one with it, right?
If you're on the EDG side, you've got to be so damn careful. Now, they normally are.
Oh, that's scary, man. Where are they? 1 on each? 1 on each, but they actually play one close over towards here, so when they decide to go up short, we're going to see the smoke close. I say as we do the smoke deep and he goes close. This is a nice wall as well, and they have to respect it, right? PRX do an early wall at the beginning. don't know where he does this one from, whether it's TP or whether it's actually towards lamps, but Braids question mark here and here, like they could have gone aggro and pretty much buys down the time. And you want to be doing this with a judge as well. You want to make them use util to clear a lot of these angles, and then they have less util to push the judge off the angle. And the outlaw, which can one-shot one person at the moment.
As you said, Tom, they've got to be careful of those judges. Mind Freak is not being caught. So they'll look for the B site control.
Aldong has very good timing. Oh. Yeah, and that's one shot. You got to relax yourself a little bit. Yeah, kind of wanted to get the gun. Cove goes in to get out of there. Does get the gun. Respect. He's getting his confidence back. No vision block on this one, so he's going to think that someone's holding the angle. But the call will come into how much damage has been done. He hears the TP go in. We've got to look at... Yeah, okay. But then we've got to look at this as well.
Such good positioning from him. A quick rotation.
No. If they kill the Cypher, then this trip goes down, and then he can go fast behind. Oh, okay. Got hit by the trip behind, and then that should be a kill for Chichu.
Chichu just getting in behind his opponent. The advantage swinging into the favor of this attacking side. Sure, it's a bonus, but for a second it was looking really dangerous.
Dangerous indeed, yeah. In fact, it looked like they had it more or less locked down. But again, it's Haodong to bail EDG. On this map, he has just been spectacular. In Spectre form, almost. Never are these players able to actually take the fight.
Nicely handled from EDG. Good recovery on this one. It was looking a little bit dodgy. Little bit dodgy in that. Munyat did good to make this one close. It's good damage, and it just means that we have this, right? Because everyone that can't buy next, we get the op out. Reyna op. Good on this map.
Cleared out Something's aggressive position, because that was the thing. Something was
Judge still
moving himself further and further forward.
In that, the link.
Issues for his opponents, but then gets caught from the one spot that wasn't really checked on. 9-6.
Knife goes in over towards Showers, and this is where they're going with the op. But I mean, they're not going to know this is an op. I think they move back from it no matter what. 3 pass and swing with this? Oh. Uh-oh. But they're not going to take the TP, surely. But now they might try and take Showers control. Reyna flashed to leave the Brim to hold the angle. And then the Reyna insta rotates. So with the Reyna flash, you think that the Reyna's now holding over towards Showers, but the Reyna's insta booked it over towards B. And as we know, it's an op. Maybe they're going to walk into it. Kind of nice using the Reyna flash as like a, I guess as like a decoy to think that you're there.
They're going to be respecting that because we've seen it last round. It had huge impact. He was able to dominate control over this section of the map. EDG
wall goes out over towards A, blocks vision, and as we can see, EDG are picking the right side. Yeah, picking the right side. Fade's about to rotate in. We have Harbor. Oh man, this might actually be hard. Harbor goes in. 25 seconds to get through this. 20 seconds.
Finally, the Reckoning will fade, but Mind Freak now in position. A cove for Forsaken to try and almost fight within, and they are falling like flies. Forsaken winning every battle.
Oh man, that was clean though. The shots were really, really nice on that.
There is no shot.
I could definitely see EDG wanting to do a timeout after that one. They were a little bit slow.
Initially I thought Forsaken's probably put out the Reckoning because when they push on the side of EDG, they're like, well, first
and we saw a good example of how hard it was to get up through short here, but the Harbor ult made it look like really hard, basically.
But Smoggy could be on you in a second. In fact, I think he just put it out so he could farm up some orbs and pick it up. He's almost halfway to having it online again. Just a lights out performance from Forsaken, but still 2 rounds behind. EDG, weaker weapons.
18 to 11.
Been scary at times, and an orbital strike online as we mentioned. So still a lot of danger if this attack side can find ground.
Like we said, big swing round on this one. We now set the op over towards Showers, but this time we don't have the flash here, so they don't actually know where he is.
Doing the same on the extremities of B. It does leave a little bit more of an opening, but the thing is, Munyet has completely switched up his position. He was playing the judge over the last.
Oh, the flash on the site. Oh, I like the reposition here to him. Gotta hope that your mate holds long though.
Unable to really capitalize on it.
That is something that should not be able to happen. That should not be able to happen with this comp.
It's unfathomable. This is
Yeah, and he picked... Oh man, what a rough
I've seen
situation.
Max do that, but he had an orb and a wall.
Solo? Solo round?
Again and again, 2 kills for Howdong, and I said
He's got a camera. He's gonna get another.
Held this position with a frenzy, but that was against pistols.
Oh man. No way.
Divide to finish it off, but Howdong has a 3rd kill. He started this with a goddamn classic.
One enemy remaining.
And there's only 1 man left.
And he has just walked up short on his own. We're talking about the fact they have no Viper wall here. Viper wall here. He's just walked up. It doesn't matter. Might as well. Yeah, man. You knew this was coming. You knew this one was coming. Especially against an eco. You gotta expect that. It's like a full eco basically. They got a few hero guns. You got to expect them to take a random risk on this one. Because why not?
How well this man is playing. Well, maybe a little bit of frustration for PRX. 10-7 in the lead, and while I hope that is a leather-bound notepad, otherwise it's going to be snapped in 2.
You know, it's an interesting contrast as well, because if we think back to half number 1, the real issue that PRX ran into, again, I think they got lucky with some of the rounds where Munyet was able to bypass the utility. It could have been an opening pick for the side. But one of the main challenges that they had was playing up against Howdong's utility, was having this guy consistently being able to put through
How many ecos have they won so far on this map? 3, right? Is that right? Or am I confusing it with the last map?
Yeah, you know, you should probably play the agent I'm playing, guys, because I can just walk up behind you if you don't. It's unreal how much space he's found. He did it on A-Bat. He now has done it on Lamps with a classic and nothing else. I don't know what else he can do to surprise his opponents, but I'm certain that he will be doing more of this because the consistency is off the charts.
They're very much in for this one, as in all in. This could be EDG's chance to get it over towards 12. Money's great. Force them to lose this round. That's 12-7.
1 man in his classic. A free gun, by the way. I think it was his spacing more than anything else.
I do like this little... Oh boy.
Look at the aggression, though. This is the W gaming we were expecting to see an immediate push all the way down B long, but again, it doesn't really come with any rewards.
Vi is now heavy committed over towards here. How on earth does he get out? Calls for his teammate to help him. They're just going to duel this one, and they just straight up lose the double duel. And like we said, this is the round where they don't have the money. So
the duo of PRX, but it does turn out it was a trio. There was a 3rd piece to the puzzle. Unfortunately, Munyet is now just sat in a corner with a judge.
And the very best of luck to him in the battle to come. Because by the looks of it, that judge is going to have to find 5 players. EDG are in a 5v3 with no intentions of being picked off individually. They're moving together, making their way into this site. There's a drone, and that's really the...
Giving him a gap.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
He might actually be in the position to get this.
Okay, nicely done though from Smoggy.
Yeah,
double satchel in.
I like the idea from Forsaken. Just create a little pocket in the corner.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool idea.
I think the fact that he shoots at
and they got to equal the next one. Most likely a 12-7.
Anyway. And for Mind Freak, there's not really much he can do but to just try and save something. The real problem, though, is that this wasn't... you might be looking at this and thinking, oh, well, the way that round went, it was probably a low buy. No, that was everything. PRX threw the kitchen sink at that one and have now just got to try and hold on to this.
Oh, yeah, they're massively in control. You're not wrong. Eco to get the ults up.
Luckily, both teams... also something
do that eco round, all these eco rounds, I guess we should say, multiple.
Again, but it is at the stage now where
gonna be costing them.
Oh, EDG with 11 on the board, a 4-round lead, and 2 rounds to close this one out. Bring us to split, and it'd be a nice swap over. You know, the shoes on the other foot. As EDG lost 13-8, PRX might be losing 13-7. You said they invested everything in that last one.
There's a Reyna. I guess you can go Guardian Light Armor next.
And you know what? Literally,
I mean that we tried with Scream again, so this is not as bad.
Couple rifles, stingers there.
They're going to rush
Tom,
mid.
it's not looking great, but the element of surprise.
They do
is
their
the
normal
best thing that they
default
can
and they
hope to
decide to
rely
push
on.
middle, and the
It's
camera's
not
here and
surprising
spots
at
a
this
lot of
point,
them,
though. They
and
haven't
they
had
carry on
much
going.
more in terms of
Oh, they're really forcing it.
Mindfreak's gonna get one
Really,
versus
really
one. Look
forcing
how
it.
ready EDG were. I know you've got a slightly lower buy. I wonder what you're going to do, lads. I wonder if you're going to push something. Just the cam out immediately from Haodong to get his team ready, and then everybody, the firing squad, just watching. A very easy round for EDG, and sure, something's still standing. He's gone as well. Smoggy winning that fight out once again. And what can Devi really hope to achieve?
I mean, nobody might as well just hunt this.
Left with
The death is
a
worth.
close range SMG and 4 full HP players.
Well, GB wanted to see PRX on this defense come out with aggression, just punch
Yeah,
him in
I
the
mean, they're
mouth,
still
and end it out more
one
like
away
Aldo.
from that one. We got
chances
five
now for EDG to
five
close this
chances.
map.
Turns out they had grills. That's what it is. They punched them in the mouth and it's left.
Sagan gets the Odin out.
And this is exactly what you're talking about, Tom. Like, at this stage of the game, you're just like, oh, are PRX pushing? Oh, wow, I'm shocked. And
No way.
protocols are there. They're ready. EDG a step ahead on Bind. This was a map that we had some question marks around. Playing against PRX on this, I would say, before this, it's never easy. But EDG are certainly trying to make that look like a foolish statement.
Boys, especially you lose both pistols and you're 12-7.
Knife goes in.
That's
a
unreasonable.
damn good showing.
5 chances at least for PRX. They got some ults, but rounds haven't looked very convincing.
It's something that many teams have tried and many teams have failed. And within their matchup versus PRX, it's never gone their way. I believe they've had a map before in the past, but I think if they head on to Split,
Yeah,
it's
what
been one
the?
of their best maps within the region. Although it's been
What about
great for
what
PRX,
have I
it is
just
the perfect
seen?
place to
You
end it,
deleted
but
your own message, honestly.
let's not get ahead of ourselves. Already we're seeing
Double
Forsaken with an
pistol,
Odin,
yeah,
so
that is true. You got to remember that this is a double pistol. This has been annihilation. And for EDG fans, they definitely were expecting a split pick for the fast map as well, so you would expect them to be pretty prepped for it.
You're gonna have to get the head of Smoggy, and he's crouched down behind that box.
We gotta have it just gotta just have a 5-person retake on this one.
About to be tested, as if you fire away, that rocket will come right back at you, but somehow the rocket's done nothing. The show not stopped just yet, with damage onto Mindfreak.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep an eye on this one, and Munyet's gonna go through.
I like the spams, I like the attempt, but nothing's being found.
Oh, they've got Nightfall
Yeah,
as
it's
well,
gonna
but
ult us.
Smoggy's managed to dodge it, needs to hit the shot.
No way.
In fact, Khan goes
The other
down
guy.
instead. An advantage at this stage for PRX, but they still have to get back into the site. Chichu sprinting
Chichu's a
around,
god.
hasn't been isolated yet. It's left down to just one man, but that one man is Haodong. Getting that little bit more aggressive. He's using his opponent's util, even has the cam, and it's just about going to reveal. Knows that they're no longer on this diffuser, but desperately needs
Hey, it was a nice try from him, though. Very nice try. Okay, we'll count this one down. 5-4. 5 chances down to 4. Still got some good ults though. This one was close, which is the good news for PRX was we got a double ult use though. A nice shot.
The side of PRX. And look, you have the showstopper there buying them the kill. Good
That
flank
wasn't
play by
meant for
Forsaken.
Concom, by the way.
No, it wasn't. It was the player he'd already spotted, who was already dead at that point. It could have been a double kill. 4 in a row. Chichu's
Money's
about to
really
have
good.
ult
There's at
online as
least
well. Look
that
how
for
much
EDG
PRX
for
have
most of
in
this.
round.
Yeah, they're up against 3 ults now.
All it takes is one, but
One eco from EDG, is it? That's all it takes.
maybe. Munyet back on the judge, but that's not really been too much of a detriment for him. And I actually feel like it's fairly important for PRX to clear out that cam. Every piece of utility Haodong's had has had impact. Instead, though, it's the slow walk up. Looking to potentially get that orb online, as you mentioned, one away. I don't think there should be much.
Uh-oh.
Be able to stop it at this stage.
Why am I nervous for the judge playing here? Why am I nervous for this one?
I don't know how Haodong survives this time. Surely
Sees
he
him.
should be dead.
Yeah, he sees him. You can see him from that angle.
Checks him. He's prepared every single moment. And they got that advantage again.
Something has to kill everyone. Brimhult goes double Brimhult. Wait, that's his own Brimhult. No, man. He committed, but then he was in the enemy's Brimhult, and then he had to commit into his own teammate's Brimhult.
It's now a
There's
Really,
no
if you look at
way.
the 30 seconds left,
If
they
he ran
expect it to be
backwards,
side to be open, and
there was
if
no
they-
way of him surviving, basically. If he
have
ran
to get the
backwards, it would have
kill
been the
to the
enemy's Brimble. And then he just tanked a full teammate Brimble. Strong off angle, that's the spike. Oh no. No, it fell apart. He tanked it fully. Give me this replay. Poor guy.
This is what we were hoping for, but this guy.
Look at it.
Look at this. He gets orbital strikes by the opponent. He's like, I think there might have actually been a tiny pocket. But in
That's
that
easy
moment,
for us to see.
In that moment, he's like, oh dear.
You know, if he had a cam
That
where
is
our
really
observer
funny.
was, he would have known
Yes,
there was a
yes.
safe gap. But
he also wouldn't have been able to move.
probably would have had to jump and check it real quick.
Okay, 5 chances down to 3. We're slowly ticking away. No ults left on this though. Not that the ults have helped EDG too much. 4-person push, 1-person here to get the info. Other 4 ready to react. Oh man, Forsaken needs to kill. 3 people TP.
So mad.
Oh man, they're so mad.
Something and Forsaken.
3-person TP.
2 names that strike fear into the hearts of any opponent. Oh! Trying to get that wallbang through, but is getting dangerously close to a reload. I think he's even going to have to just fall back, give this one up for now.
Well, 10 bullets left, right? He had to
Yeah,
pop
and
that
Haldong's
reload,
made a lot of space here.
but he's ready to fight again now. 100 bullets primed and ready. Something on the other side of the map as the plan comes down. He's going to take a while to get there, but
looks like a strong
Forsaken's not
crossfire.
willing to give up the space. Now
Oh,
he's being
he's
spotted
done.
as he sees the cam turn towards, and this might be the end for him. It's being revealed, but good damage. That's
How is he
deterred
alive?
Haldong from actually taking
How
the peak.
is he
It's
alive?
allowed for that cam to be completely negated. The swing is good for something, and he spotted both players. A 1v2, 4 bullets now. It's not looking good. It's
Are they
gonna be
playing
EDG
1v1?
pushing it across the line.
Why are they playing
dismiss
1v1?
into a heal reload, and something's got a chance. No Lear to work with. The defuse being stuck to half, but the swing is perfect. And Concon to close the match.
Okay.
13-9.
A little bit close to the end here.
Is coming out
With double
next.
pistol though, this is still convincing from EDG.
One of those